my goodness. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Open Podcast. I'm Hunter Boris. This is...
And I'm Forrest Bob. Oh, my goodness. We're here in Memphis, Tennessee at the High Tone.
Hey, guys.
We're in Memphis, Tennessee at the High Tone. We have a very special guest today. Please welcome the Christ Killer himself, Syatt, everybody. Give it up for Syatt.
You have to be careful about that in the South. You can't call them. I won't make it out of here if you call me the Christ Killer
right now. So
Thank God.
Yeah, you're good.
Thank God.
I told you, dude, now is the best time it's ever been to be a Jew in a conservative place.
I feel like you're saying that just so I
He's
open up
telling
about
the
being
truth.
Jewish and then get beat
I
up.
promise you I'm telling
He's
the truth.
right.
But what if I hate Israel? What if I'm a self-hating Jew?
Well, then the liberals will
good.
love you.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not. I'm neither. I don't like Jews, but I'm not self-hating.
But you are Jewish.
Yeah, they're very annoying.
Hey, I mean, you got something in common.
Yeah. Hey, I was about to say.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I
we're
knew
all
we'd find
Jewish.
condom ground.
Yeah. Condom ground?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it's not my fault. You're the one who's got condom on the mind.
I do have condoms.
He does.
I have condoms right now.
But it is nice to finally have some fucking star power on this show.
Oh, boy.
Instead of the normal bums we have.
Of course. I
Did a show last night.
Yeah, we did a great show last
How'd
night.
you like it?
I liked it a lot. My first time in Mississippi.
On the way over
Very
here, he
fun.
was saying how he wanted to kill Katie, the girl who put it on.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just awful. Just awful. I don't know the amateurism that you expected to just pass off.
But she's very,
She
but
didn't
she's
care-
very pretty.
She is very, but she didn't care at all about the ticket sales or how the show went. Didn't care at all about anything that happened. She let the manager of the venue try to sexually assault me with cookies last night, which was fantastic.
He did bring in some
He
hot
did.
cookies
He
to you.
hit on me with cookies.
He
which
said
is,
you wanted cookies, and he got you cookies.
it is the nicest anyone's ever been to me.
You do like the
Shout
South
out
for that
D-Mac.
reason?
I love the
Shout out
South.
D-Mac.
I love the South. I've loved the South since I drove through here when I was driving to California, and you guys had styrofoam cups still. And I like.
Oh,
guys
you don't have
care about
styrofoam cups?
No,
I didn't know
But
this.
Bama shit.
they don't care about the environment, but they're very nice. They say "sweetie" a lot, which I like.
Sweetheart.
Which
Yeah.
is better. It's better to be nice
careful.
and not care about the
Be careful with
environment.
that one though, because they could be being very sarcastic.
Yeah.
I don't care. I like being called "sweetie." It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Bless your heart. Whatever you got to say to me is
Yeah.
fine.
If you hear that,
Bless your heart, sweetie means, oh my God, you're retarded.
yes.
Yeah, but they say that to me just like that up in New York, and it hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
At least down here, they're fake being nice.
That is true.
That is true. There's a little blanket of niceness.
I feel like I'm holding like a whiskey cup. I feel very fancy with it.
You do. You look like you're about to drink an old fashioned out of that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Can you hear me now? I usually have headphones on. This is weird.
That is true. It does feel strange without headphones.
And I usually have, what is it, the arm? Yeah, there.
I kind of like holding it better, to be honest. I never know.
He was
What's,
a professional. He already knew what the fuck to do.
yeah.
And there's no, dude. And you know, as a producer, for some reason, when people get around a microphone, they want to go like they
So
get
true.
as far. It's like they're playing keep away,
I forget I have it.
and you do this professionally.
Right. Well, that's
a
professionally
strong
loose
word.
Term. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a loose term. But
Yeah, we got
Why
a
did
free
you just
hat
grab
once.
your nipple when you said that? You just grabbed.
Oh, I did one of those.
Yeah, he's been trying to get me naked this entire trip.
It's gonna happen.
I'm
tonight.
staying in his sister's room.
I've been chipping away at this pussy one triple minor mini at a time.
Oh yeah, he made me
burgers?
eat minors. He made me put minors in my mouth.
He did put minors in his mouth.
And that's because that's the sweetest meat. So it is kind of weird to have you on here because we've been watching Joey Diaz's podcast since I was like 17.
Oh, at
And
least you're almost an adult at that. But it's weird when people tell me they've like since 12.
for real.
I'm like, please, where were your parents?
Me and my brothers, we used to we would get high and then watch you get high and have a panic attack.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, yeah. That's a pretty accurate description for those who haven't seen it. I would just
The shape
take
of Lee.
drugs until, like, I don't remember most of my 20s.
I'm so fascinated by the stars of death.
Yeah.
How much were they? What did they make
It's
you feel
500,
like?
Right? Is that what it is?
So in
There were times you couldn't
California,
speak.
in the early 2010s, it was what is the word I'm looking? See this? I can't even remember. Like it was like the golden era of weed and edibles because it was medical. So you technically, like now with recreational, and anyone with an ID can just go get weed.
True.
Back then, you had to have $20 and go to a strip mall and get a license from a doctor. And these edibles were they had 125s and 200s. Later on, they had a 50 for pussies, but the reds were 125, the purples were 200, and we used to get them by the grocery bag full behind. Dude, I think Joey was trying to get me arrested. I would meet this back then. Like there were no regulations. This dude just made gummies in his kitchen And then he would drop them off at a dispensary, and I'd meet him outside the dispensary, and he'd give me a bag of them, and I would just drive away. And they were
It's like Uber. It's before.
Oh, I
Uber
wish
Eats.
he would have just delivered them because I would have gone. I would still be in jail right now if the police had ever pulled me over. But they were good.
It was worth it.
Yeah, sure. It was. I mean, like I said, I don't remember much of my 20s, and I did get up to 336 pounds.
Do you think that the edibles had a big part to do with that?
Well, Joey says I blame the edibles. I was always a fat ass, and I like eating no matter with or without edibles.
Yeah, Joey's fat too. Also,
he did coke, which is funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was fat on coke.
That's nuts.
But it was just when I take edibles, I just physically can't stop eating. And there's no, I've literally, I think twice I've eaten so much that I've puked. Like,
Oh Christ.
Oh, my God.
I've gotten, I've gotten too fucked up and I've puked, and then I've gotten like hammered drunk and I've puked.
Can I ask you what you ate?
Oh,
Just
I remember exactly.
Okay.
It was a good Mexican place that I liked, and I wanted a quesadilla, and I also wanted nachos.
Okay.
The problem is the quesadilla turned out to be like a plate with rice and beans, and then the nachos were like a restaurant size order, and I literally ate the entire thing, and then I ate it in bed, which is a perfect fat guy move, and then I literally took the last bite, and then all of it onto the bed. It was not a good, and then I just couldn't. It was like, when you puke on like cheap vodka and you can't have vodka anymore. I never ate at that Mexican place again.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
That's
it
like
was-
the most rock bottom moment I've ever heard for not alcohol.
You think that's rock? Oh my God, I have so many more.
Okay, wait,
I
so-
passed out on an edible once.
What do you mean?
One time, there's these ABXs, which are even
Yeah, the
stronger than the
gels,
Stars
the
of
gel
Death. Yeah,
pills?
they're like
Yeah.
vitamin E pills.
Yeah.
And the 200 milligram ones of those are so strong. They are. It's a problem. And I was at my ex-girlfriend's house. I took it the night before. The night before, I ate until I puked, and then while my girlfriend was going to get me, I puked in the toilet at that. I was good on that one. But then
No
while
harm,
she
no
was
foul.
gone getting me like a tea, there was a piece of Entenmann's loaf cake, and I ate that.
No, you didn't.
Oh, my
Immediately after I puked, and it was fantastic.
It's like
but
ODing and go.
yeah, but then the next day I woke up and like they dehydrate you a little bit, and I've never once like passed out. And I went to the bathroom to take a piss, and I just remember like my world was coming in a little bit, and then I just woke up on the floor. It was fantastic.
Oh,
Did you hit your
damn.
head?
Who knows?
You would know. You would know.
No, I don't-
In the
probably-
bathroom, you would know.
probably not.
You would be dead.
Probably not.
So, who do you think? What was the highest you've ever been on there, and who do you think was the other highest guest you ever had? And then there's one that we want to ask you
I
about.
mean, the most I've ever taken was 3,000 milligrams.
Oh,
but
That's
that-
retarded. I mean, do
but
you
that-
even are you?
Yeah, but that wasn't.
Does it
I'll be-
even matter after a certain number?
What I honestly believe this. I feel like your body knows, because I have been much higher on less.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because 3,000. I think my body knew like this wasn't good on 3,000, and it took a while. It was years. It was years.
Is that
of-
what
of-
you felt like?
Well, I think I know what you're gonna ask, and I'll let you ask that. But
I
yeah,
would have felt like that.
yeah, that was a
Bone.
lot.
Yeah.
The only other one, the highest. There are a few. The most famous one is probably Owen Benjamin.
I was gonna. Is that what made Owen Benjamin lose his mind?
I plead the fifth. I'm not. I don't want to.
hell yeah.
Who knows?
Okay, well, did you
he
know-
was very nice before.
I was gonna ask. Did you know him well before?
No, I know. I think it was his like first or second time on the show.
Because the story goes that he freaked out on there, and then a week later he's saying the N word in the woods. Like
That I can't comment on what he was saying in the woods, but he
Yeah.
did.
he was.
And I will
he
say,
still is.
because Joey, I'm the only one that Joey like forces to take stuff. He wanted to take 2 stars.
Hey, tell him what you told me at Central.
What did I tell you? I don't know.
What's he force you to do before every podcast?
Just edibles? I don't know.
The mus-
Oh, I do. Not every podcast, but yeah, we take mushrooms a lot.
So you were doing mushrooms and this amount of edibles.
Yeah.
That's
You
crazy.
you guys don't do that at work. You guys don't get really fucked up at work.
I don't. I don't do that.
No, not like that. I get high, but I don't.
I'm not like him.
1,000 milligrams.
Like a couple puffs of a joint or maybe a rip of a
Dude,
dab.
one time I had 80 and I started crying.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
I mean, these numbers you
Not
saying
80.
they don't even. To me, this is the
Oh, I
same as
can't-
being
I
like I had
can't do
200
it.
beers yesterday.
I can't do it anymore.
Well, I told you about the time I accidentally did 1,000.
What happened?
I threw up and laid in the shower of my ex's house for 3 hours.
Yeah.
It was actually a house she was house sitting, and I just threw up and laid there. It was homemade. It was a brownie made with wax.
Yeah.
And,
Yes, the wax ones will
but
kill you.
But my buddy made it, and he was like, "Hey, I fucked this one up. It's too much, so you can have it." Shout out B10. He's been here before to see shows. But anyway, he gave me that, and I mean, it's the highest I've ever been sick. I shit myself.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That sounds
It like
terrible.
messed my stomach up so much. Like whatever the wax and like the oil chocolate shit, whatever it did, it messed me up.
So it's a joke that I do sometimes. It's kind of gross, but it's just the truth. To eat we would eat like about 2,000 milligrams usually, but that like there was like a few year period of that.
That's terrible.
Because it took a while to build up to it, and it was only one specific edible, so we got like a tolerance to it. But I used to eat to get to 2,000. It was 10 of the 200 milligrams, and like sometimes we'd only have 125s. I would eat so many stars that the next day my shit would smell like gummy bears.
Oh,
It was
That's terrible.
Yep.
The source of that. Now, there also was an episode to where y'all were doing like the liquid acid.
Yeah.
And then he said he left you and you would like a pan. What happened with that again?
No, that was just the lean outer space.
Yeah.
That was just we took 2 drops of liquid acid before the podcast, and that people don't watch the episode. If you watch the episode during the episode, he's like, "Come here," so he gave me 2 more drops.
Oh.
And then immediately, as soon as the podcast ended, I projectile vomited.
really? Did you feel it
Immediately.
coming, or did it just happen?
I felt it coming towards the end, but I held it together until we stopped.
Holy shit. What
Yeah.
do you do when you're going to throw up on a podcast? There was one time I did a podcast with them, and I went back and watched it. Actually, you can see I'm visibly sweating, but how does it feel when you're about to puke?
You saw it. I was like this. I had my head back. Just
You
I
had
remember that.
so many where you're like,
Yeah, I was
There
just
was-
breathing and I just forgot. Yeah, I didn't know the cameras were on me.
Dude, there were a couple to where you just couldn't speak, and me and my brother and friend used to sit around imitating you,
Yeah.
being like,
"Oh, the Jew noises." Yeah, I had no idea I was making those noises.
That was the best.
I still don't. I think Joey had like a voice machine in the off. I didn't make those noises ever.
the one with you and Theo Vaughn and Joey.
That's one of the
And
best.
he was talking about like tattooing hamsters.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
Jesus Christ, that was a fun one. I think that one was.
He had
fun
short hair
'cause
then.
Yeah. He also we took mushrooms that episode, and he went to the Improv and did like a 30-minute set.
That's
then
a
he put
great
the
set. It's
set
on
on
YouTube. It
YouTube.
went
Yeah.
viral.
He
Yeah,
put it
it's
on
so
YouTube
good.
immediately after our podcast.
The N-word bus.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, really?
Right.
I don't remember that.
The bit he
his
had
first
about, he
special.
goes, man,
On the
I used to get on a
bike.
bike and all these black kids ride on the back of my bike on the way to school. They called me the bus.
Oh,
It's a great joke.
I'm gonna have
It's
to
a
go
great
watch it.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. That's so fun. Is it still on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's surprising.
Oh, it's so funny.
That special, I think, is on Netflix.
No, this one is special.
Well, I know what you're talking about because I've seen that one, the Improv with the short hair after
Yeah.
they did that. But I think he used that joke in the first special.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But yeah, that one, and then there's an old one, not the main studio, but the one before that, and you're with Bert and Tom. And
Oh yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
When he's like, that piece of shit, that scumbag.
R.I.P.
he goes, he was a real fucking creep. Rest in peace.
Real fucking creep, that guy.
That was one of the best ones.
Actually, I have a question. Sorry, I'm off mic. What was the cut? Because it's a 2-part podcast. There's like
Oh, there was a cut.
Here.
Honestly, if there's a cut, it was usually just because they took us down because of music, and and the thing is, we never once like banked episodes.
Really?
Oh, shit.
Not once.
We bank episodes.
No, never once. And I had to literally that high. I had to then edit and put up the podcast for the next day.
Yo, that's crazy.
You were editing these like that? I can't believe they even came out.
Yeah, me either. That people be like, "This sounds weird." I'm like, I was.
I was on
This sounds
Pluto.
weird. It goes, I didn't know which of the 7 computers in front of me
Yeah.
to type on. Obviously, it was weird.
Oh my
how-
God, Lee.
That's
Holy
how this.
shit.
That's
There
how
were
the-
50 space bars doing circles like a rainbow.
You're saying that, but it's not a lie though. I know when acid's kicking in because the letters on the keyboard fly away.
Holy shit.
It's so funny. Think somebody walking on you, editing your computer's here. You're editing an episode like this.
I would pass out with the lights on and the door open, in like a not good part of North Hollywood. Like the door would just be open and like most of the time
Wait,
I
the
went.
door to get in?
Well, the office was tiny. The office was basically this if it was closed off, and it was just like it was like an office building, but it was like a cheap hotel where like you just open the door to your room and you're outside.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
So that
the balcony or whatever?
Nah, just a walk, yeah, not a
Yeah,
balcony.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was there were a few times where like he'd call me at like 6, like where the podcast. And I was like, you just woke me up. I'm in the studio still, like sleeping in the office chair. Well,
That's
yeah.
insane.
Oh yeah, it was fun, but I don't remember much of it.
Do
That
you
is
think it
insane.
psychologically damaged you? Honestly, because I feel like I heard somebody say this
I mean,
one
that's-
time where they're like, if you do enough edibles, you'll open doors that you can't close again.
No, I
And-
don't. I used to have a good memory, and now Hunter was gaslighting me today, saying that he told me we're going to dinner before, and I don't remember that.
I know he
Not
actually
even-
did because I was around one of the times he told
I
me.
was about to
Okay.
say, yeah, I was about to say, I do remember.
My
doing
girlfriend
that,
hates
but-
it. She's like, I told you this. I'm like, I don't think.
By
No
the
one.
way, there will be times where I'll say something and I did. That does
Right,
happen. But
right.
this particular
This one you
time,
did tell?
I do remember telling you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it did like. I would have never been doing comedy without it. I would have been like sad editing reality TV shows in LA.
Was
without
that
it.
your job?
Yeah, my first job was America's Funniest Home Videos, and
So
then
cool. Did you meet Bob Saget?
no, it was Tom Bergeron at that point.
Okay.
So how did you get, like, what was your trajectory to get hooked up with that and then Joey?
I went to film school, and then and then I interned at America's Funniest Home Videos in LA over the summer. They offered me a job. I had to go back for one semester. They offered me a job, so I came back in January, and in reality, any TV, they take like breaks in between seasons. And the people at America's Funniest Home Videos were nice and didn't want me to be broke, so they kept me on for the summer,
Oh, that's
even though
sick.
they didn't need to.
That was
yeah,
nice.
they're great people, but there wasn't really much to do. So, and I had found podcasts on the drive to LA because there was no radio back then. Like it was just preachers and Mexican music. So I found podcasts. I heard Joey on Rogan, and I've always loved stand up. And I wrote him a Facebook message and just said, I want to work for comedians, but I don't want to come off as creepy. Do you have any advice? And then we chatted, and I got lucky.
That was really it?
I caught him at the right moment. He responded to a message in
What year was this?
2011.
Oh, so you were in on early. Because that now, like, if you try to just Facebook message a famous comedian saying, I want to do your podcast, there's no way that would
no,
work.
I
no
didn't
one
even say
respond.
I didn't even say podcast. I mean, he asked me what my ideas were, and we talked about. We ended up doing like a YouTube short series. We shot a documentary in New York. We did a couple CDs, and then he was already doing a podcast with another comedian named Felicia Michaels.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was working nights on Hell's Kitchen,
Oh shit.
so I would
You did
work
all the
from
big reality shows.
Yeah, I did. I only had a few jobs in TV, and I worked from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Oh,
And then I would go from that straight to his house. We do the podcast at 6 a.m.
God bless.
for like 2-ish years.
Wait, and was he just already up?
Oh, he used to. Later on, now he sleeps till like 8, and he's like a little bit lazier in semi-retirement. But like back in like the old days, he would text me a picture of his shit at 6 a.m.
That's
It was the
hilarious.
worst. I'm sure. I wonder if I could go back. I don't think so. I don't think my text is saved from that long ago. But yeah, it was terrible. Oh, my flight got delayed by 30 minutes. Fantastic.
He would block me if I sent him a picture of.
I would be
Oh,
so
it's the
angry.
most. He never sends texts. He never texts anybody unless it's a picture of his shit. And it's like not. It's.
Grizzly shit?
It's healthier than you think. It like not as much debris, but it's like it's not a small one.
That's so funny.
Wouldn't think it.
This is such a generic question, but I'm just going to. You guys were so high, and I was such a big fan. What do you think was the hardest y'all ever laughed on the podcast?
The Acid Church with Ari and Eddie was pretty funny.
That's a great episode.
That was a lot of laughs. Anytime Theo or Ralphie were on, were pretty fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Y'all had Ralphie on a
Yeah,
bunch,
a
didn't
bunch,
you?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was,
he was really
super nice. That when he tricked me on acid, the focus on the yellow. Do you remember that?
Not off the top of my head.
So
Aiden does.
I was
we,
about to say,
we all
I've
did
seen that.
acid, and Ralphie was like on acid. Like I did acid at the place where I started open mics, and it was just an insurance office that they painted black. And like I after all those open mics, like there was just a terrible energy.
Yeah.
It was awful.
yeah.
I can imagine.
And like I
Imagine
didn't,
doing
I didn't
acid
like
at
it.
Twin Kegs.
But
no.
when I did it with Ralphie, like he just had like sweetness. He was so nice and so sweet, and he could tell like, I wasn't like freaking out, but I was really fucking high. And he's like, "Oh, my daughter or son made me this yellow bracelet. I'm gonna put it here. Anytime you're having a rough time, just look at it." And throughout the whole episode, he was like, just focus on the yellow, focus on the yellow. And at the end of the episode, he made it shake and like come at me like it was a snake. I freaked out. And that was that was hysterical.
Oh,
I don't remember specific, because I'll be honest, there would be people who would come on and I'd say, hey, nice to meet you. And they'd be like, I've been on this at like 3 times. This is like
Yeah.
my 4th time on the podcast. And I was like, I don't.
You don't remember.
that's crazy.
The
So-
Ralphie May dollhouse story was one of my favorites.
Oh, when he fell in the dollhouse?
when
yeah.
dude, that probably is one of the hardest I've ever laughed listening to.
Yeah. And I wasn't there. I wasn't there for that happening, but just hearing the story from Joe. Yeah. Because, Joey, we really only had his friends on. There were a couple of episodes like towards the end where like, John Bernthal or Chong came on, but most of the time it was just him and his
Some
friends.
artists too, like some.
Yeah, we had some cool ones, but like the majority of the episodes, guests were just his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we had a couple people who like the publicists would reach out to try to. Joey, as a Jewish person, it's upsetting, but he just doesn't really care about money. So like it's
That's why he's the man.
yeah. So
Yeah,
he
literally.
That's why he's the way he is.
he would only have people on that he liked or knew, and it was usually a good time. It was honestly we had a blast.
It looked like it.
Yeah. Did you ever trip out? Like, were you ever just high out of your mind and be like, "The fuck is Joe Rogan doing shit right next to me?" It's just, or it just
Not
became
at that
normal.
point. No, I mean, no, it was weird. It was just it just sort of happened. Like my life didn't really change. Like I lived in the regular. I didn't go to Hollywood Hills parties. I didn't. It was really cool. Like when I was growing up,
God,
I got
can you
like
imagine you fucking supermodels? Just on.
I have
acid,
many
LSD.
times.
Yeah.
I've thought about it a lot. But
I have
no,
to.
I just didn't like. My life was just a normal life, and yeah, it was like 2 nights a week. The best comedians in the world would come, and most of them were really cool. Like Gabriel Iglesias was really nice to me.
I imagine.
There were a lot of people who were really, really kind. It was awesome.
Who was the meanest? Are you allowed?
Yeah.
to
Was
say?
anybody not nice?
No, I'm trying to think if anyone was not nice. No one was not nice. What's his name? Pauly Shore, who's a sweetheart, doesn't.
By the way,
thinks I don't
legendary.
like him.
That's one of the
that we
most
saved it for the
legendary-
last one.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
He just got too high and let. But people think he thinks I'm mad at him because I don't like being touched, and he liked to pin like.
Oh, that would bother
So
me.
that-
So I don't like being
Well,
touched
shit, I
either.
touched you at the beginning. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't. But no, honestly, we didn't really have any assholes, which is great.
That's great. Probably because Joey Diaz is terrifying.
You would, I guess people say that he really is like just a very quiet. If he's angry, yeah, but luckily he hasn't been angry at me too much.
That's great.
That's crazy too. Yeah, because at this point it's like worked together for almost 15 years, right? I mean,
Yeah, we like a couple years off during COVID, but yeah, I mean we've always talked and been
Yeah.
friends, and yeah, it's been it's crazy. It's not at all. I never thought I'd be on stage or doing any of this shit.
Really?
No.
what
I,
made
like,
you want to start? Just being around it.
I was a huge fan of stand up. I didn't even want to be on the podcast at first. I wanted it to be like him, like Bill Burr style, or like maybe having guests on at some point.
And you
And
you
he-
Aiden style.
Yeah, exactly.
Wade still talks.
But he shouldn't though.
Yeah.
No, I love you, Aiden.
Yeah, but
but-
don't say anything else.
I'm gonna dock
You just
your
keep
pay.
typing,
Yep.
buddy, okay?
Pack this shit up right now.
But yeah, I didn't want to be on the podcast, and he just wanted someone to like throw stuff off of, so I did it. And then I always loved stand up. For years and years, people would say like, "When are you gonna start? When are you gonna start?" And I just like I don't think I'm that kind of funny. And it was one of the sweetest guys who you wouldn't expect to be sweet was Dice Clay came on, and one of the episodes we finished it, and he was sitting right next to me. And at the end of the episode, he turned and he's like, "Have you ever thought about doing stand up?" And I was like, "Not really." And I even asked Joey like the next. I was like, "Hey, Dice said I should try it. What do you think?" He's like, "No, I don't think so." He told me not to
That's
start.
so funny.
But that was really it. And then Joey was getting ready to shoot a special, and he was our buddy Agostino, who used to open for him, had an open mic in the Valley, and Joey was going to get ready for this special in Chicago, and I went like 6 times just to, I was hanging out, and I wrote a couple stupid jokes, and they brought me on stage after the special, which is crazy.
That is sick.
And then I didn't really do it for a year. And then that place where I did acid, Joey told me about it, that they just have an open mic place in an insurance office by a 7-Eleven. And
Sounds perfect.
it was great. It was a great place to start. It was $5 for 5 minutes. You could do like 4 mics in a night.
Paid mics are terrible.
That's all that LA is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm
I'm sure
New
there's
York
some
too,
free
right?
ones. Yeah, they're usually at least $5 or a drink, which is more than $5. Mm-hmm. So, it just sort of happened. I never would have guessed that I'd be doing stand up.
Just stealing from the poor, man.
And here you are at
Here
the
I am
high
at
tone
the high tone
with a couple of fucking losers
and Aiden
and Aiden
And Aiden. Yeah,
and two
definitely
pretty
not.
girls. Oh my goodness!
and Katie, who doesn't care about the show at all.
She hates that. She's gonna get mad at me.
I
for
know.
that.
Yeah. That's okay. But no, I love coming down. Hunter's been great to me. I've been down here a few times, 2 times. He brought me down to do shows. It's always a good time down here. I love the people down here, other than the fact that you're gaslighting me into eating 2 full meals. He took me. He
I don't
took
think
me. He
gaslighting
took me to
fit right
Central
there.
and told me I'm going to split this with you. Had like 2 ribs and then
All right, so you keep dropping the number.
It seems like an easy sell, by the way.
it really. No, he really had to push it. I'm
I was
a
about
very
to say,
healthy guy. I wanted to go
told him, I
to.
was like, I'm taking him to barbecue, and then I was gonna take him to commissary originally, but I was
and
like,
we're going
nah,
to
it's
Waffle
Central.
House later, by the way.
I'm gonna fucking.
You're gonna pop.
We're gonna go to Waffle
We're gonna
House.
pop.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
we're
puke.
getting you an all-star special: scattered, smothered, covered, it's a chocolate
Wait,
chip
have you been
waffle.
to Waffle House, Lee?
Oh, I've been a bunch of
took him.
times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we took him in
It's
Nashville.
my
but you've
favorite
been
thing about
before.
coming
I haven't been to
yeah.
Waffle House in so long.
It's not good, but it's great.
Have you?
You're damn right
been
it's
to a
good.
Waffle House together for us?
It's possible. Maybe not. Maybe we should make that happen tonight.
We tried to. Me, you, and Sean, and it was fucking closed. Remember?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Buy off Charlotte Pike. Sorry, we're getting off.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
But no, dude, Waffle House is getting eaten tonight.
I can't wait. It's the. I only do comedy for the meals before and after. It's the entire reason.
Then this is as good a show you're ever gonna have.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
How was the barbecue today? It
was really good.
Where with like other stuff that you've had.
6 to 7.5. Very good. It was, but it was better because there was no waiting in line. Like I was comparing it to Terry Black's in
Oh, that
Austin,
place is nuts.
and that's fantastic. It was delicious.
Yeah.
But that one, like you have to wait in line for like an hour.
I've heard.
This we walked right in. They were sweethearts who worked there. The mustard sauce was great. The sides were really good.
Got the honey gold.
The honey, I brought the honey gold back.
You got a bottle of honey gold.
I did.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, I've done it. It's the best. It's nice to have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
waiting an
excited.
hour in line for food is stupid, and I
Yeah.
won't enjoy it.
No.
It can be so good, and I'll be
Yeah.
like, "This wasn't an hour wait good."
Sometimes I'll
Sure.
wait, but this one, it was very nice, and it was definitely very good. But it's almost like when I think of Memphis, I'm like, this is gonna be barbecue that's gonna change your life and knock your dick in the pants and like in the dirt. And it was very good, and there was nothing wrong with it. But it
You're
wasn't.
saying it was
knocked you down.
terrible.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm
I've
never
heard the
coming back.
best is Kansas City. I've never been. I've driven through, but I've never been.
either. I've heard it's
but I've
very
heard
good.
that's the
Well,
best.
the ribs,
Yeah.
like the wet ribs, is what they're known for.
I'm a
But I
big
like
fan.
the dry-
I like the
ribs
wet
better.
better. Yeah,
I like
you
dry.
like wet? I like dry. I'm a dry
I like
guy.
dry too.
But I'll do wet. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll do some wet.
Yeah.
I'll do some wet.
There's a sexual
What's a little
joke here
easier to weed?
somewhere.
Some moist.
Yeah, that was the joke we were making.
Yeah. Sex. Fucking.
Yeah, all his ribs are always dry.
I don't believe
You
that.
ugly bitch.
I've seen his bedroom. I don't believe that at all.
Hey, well, he did see it last night. Am I
Yeah.
right? Oh shit! He actually gave me a high five.
Of course, I'm not gonna leave you hanging.
Gay sex. That's what I'm talking about.
Sick nasty.
Wait. So. What is like the best meal you've ever had before a show on the road? Like one where you're like, this is. I don't even want to do the show now because this was just.
Well, the reason I'm giggling is when I first started stand up, like the first show, Rodrigo Torres, who opens up for Felipe, was super nice.
Felipe
And-
Esparza?
Yep.
Okay.
And let me do a guest spot on a show, and I was so nervous, and I was like 300 pounds at the time, and I couldn't. I like forced myself to eat like a side Caesar salad at a Yard House, and I went to Joey after, and I was like, "Hey, I got so nervous before the show, like I couldn't eat. Like, what? How do you do that?" And I was like, "I just couldn't eat." He's like, "You should do more shows." Just like the fact because I was so fat. But I usually don't eat before a show. I'm trying to think of the best meal. Opening up for Josh Wolf is fun because it sucks because all he has in his green room is like dry vegetables.
Ugh.
But after or during, he'll Uber Eats steaks, which is nice.
Now we're talking.
Probably I've been once with Josh and once with Joe because when like big comedians go to Terry Black's, they just bring them in. Like there's
Okay.
no line.
Right.
So that was pretty great both times. is that like we just walk straight in and they just give you a bunch of everything.
Because they know. Really,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've had a lot of good meals with Joey and Josh, but nothing. I'm sweating already thinking about this show because I'm so full.
I'm sweating because it's so hot in here.
Yeah, it is hot as
And these
And
lights are bright.
I think we're about to have to close out, but
Yeah.
before we do, since you brought up Austin,
Yeah.
who's your least favorite Kill Tony comedian?
Oh, we
Who's
talked
mine?
about this on the way here.
we didn't talk about my least favorite. To be
We
honest,
said a couple.
so the thing with Kill Tony when I'm very like they're huge now. I didn't get into it just because when they started I was like an open micer only, and I was like I'm only in open mics. I don't want to watch open mics. I don't have I'm jealous of a lot of them. They went from doing a minute to selling out theaters, and I'm doing a podcast on a
I'll answer
couch that
for you.
someone got sexually assaulted on.
It's
Sure.
it's Fiona Colley. He told us before this started.
was-
Oh, I
Fiona,
met
yeah.
Fiona last time I was here. I was
she's
thinking
the
about
best.
that.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I met her at the Third Coast, right?
Yes.
Yes,
You
I
did.
remember. Yeah, and it was icy, and I was worried because
It was icy and we almost wrecked. and
Yeah,
it was a
she
whole
was
deal.
sliding all over the place.
Sliding, doing donuts.
I forgot about. I was going to talk to you about that. Yeah, I'm probably the worst, and I've never even been on Kill Tony. I wish I had
Too
some
humble.
shit to talk.
Too
I
humble.
wish I had shit to. Everyone who I've met has. I went to. They're right now at Madison Square Garden. Last year when they were there, I went and met Ari Matty was a sweetheart.
What about Pizza Guy? There's no way you like Pizza Guy.
That's
I've never
true.
met Pizza. The only thing I wonder is how much it hurts when he takes the tape off of his off of his lip.
What about the Dice Clay ripoff, the Tommy Two Dicks or whatever, Tommy Two Cocks?
Is that his name?
No, what's his name? Do you know what I'm talking about, Aiden?
It doesn't matter.
I
he would have never
I
told
would
you to
love
start
talk
comedy
shit.
like Dice Clay.
I would
True.
love to talk shit about someone. I have no one to talk shit about.
I
I
don't
can
know
talk
any of
shit
these
about. Just you,
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
and
talk shit
this
about me.
bullshit with this food.
Yeah.
He's saying was gonna get to shoot guns this week. I
We
didn't
can
get
make
to
that
shoot-
happen.
No,
We
can
you keep
shoot guns
saying that. I'm
tomorrow.
leaving at 4 in the
All
morning.
right, well then, as soon as my dad gets here, I'm like, hey, Lee's shooting a gun when we get home.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, get into a shootout at a gas station.
Yeah. Tommy No Breaks. There we go.
Oh, I've seen him, the guy with the leather coat.
That does dice, essentially.
You know what, man? I know this is like a loser bum answer. I don't have hate for anybody. I'm
never said I
jealous of a lot of them. I'm not saying all of them are my type of humor, but hey, like I said, I'm doing a podcast on a dirty couch, and they're doing Madison Square Garden.
You're doing the Lord's work.
I'm very
And that's a
happy to
good
be
note to
here.
end on. And on this
Yeah.
dirty couch, we're on the high tone. And I want everybody in the audience tonight
Watch
to
the
have that
podcast.
attitude.
Yeah.
That you love everybody and that we're all really
I
good.
try to live, and so tell the people who are watching for the first time, like what other episodes they should watch. Who else have you guys had on the podcast? I'm not trying to get you to pitch your podcast on your podcast.
You're
but
the guy.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, you're the guy.
Libby
man.
Higgins, we had. That's the only
Libby
other
Higgins.
famous-ish
We had,
person.
You never had Fiona?
Ben, no, we can
No.
get Fiona. We'll get Fiona.
Ben Sawyer was probably the best. That was
Ben
my favorite
Sawyer,
episode.
Yeah, he was the man.
Sweetest
He
talk
was
about
a
Russian history.
spy.
Yeah.
But
Fuck
you,
him.
you're the man, dude.
Russian spy.
You're
Yeah,
the man.
okay.
Killed my family.
Dude,
Fuck
we
Ben
love you.
Sawyer.
Thank you so much.
love you guys.
We love you.
Thanks for
We'll see
doing
you
it.
next week. Give it up for everybody. Aiden, love you.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
thanks, Aiden, for setting this up. Oh, my goodness. Peace.